Today we're going to revise, to do a little training revision on future time clauses, conditional 1 and conditional 2. Okay?
Okay.
So could you possibly give me the main difference between them?
The main difference between future time clauses and conditional number 1 is that future time clauses it is situation or some activities that will happen anyway or not anyway. Exactly.
Exactly right.
Yeah, but condition number 1 it is probable situations.
50-50.
50-50. Yeah.
50-50.
Probable situation or possible conditions. And condition number 2 it is unreal situation.
Right. So what's the formula?
Formula for future time conditions
Future time clauses.
Oh, sorry, future time clauses. It's the main clauses use
future simple in the main clause.
Future simple, yeah, will.
And in the secondary clause we have
conjunctions of the time.
yes.
When as soon as before until
And what tense we have in the secondary clause?
we can present simple.
Simple. Give me some example. Я куплю машину, как только найду лучшую работу.
I'll buy a car as soon as I find or I find a better work.
Right.
A better job.
I'll buy a car. It's future simple here, right? As soon as I find present simple. Yeah, we have the same rules as in other tenses. То есть все те самые правила для форм. For example, он купит машину, как только найдет лучшую.
He'll buy a car as soon as he finds a job.
Question. Купит ли он машину после того, скажем так, после того, как найдет лучшую работу?
Will he buy a car after he find
after he sheet, what do we use?
After
he sheet, what do we use? What ending we use after he sheet?
Sorry. After he finds a better car.
Repeat.
Will he buy a new car after he finds a better job?
Ask me.
Will you buy a new car as soon as you find a better job?
Let's revise conjunctions. Как только. Вот эти союзы.
As soon as.
Когда.
When.
Перед.
Before.
После.
After.
До какого-то времени.
Until.
Or. Till.
Till, yeah.
Till, until.
Till, until.
И в то время как.
While.
While. Very good. So, conditional 1 has the same formula. In the main clause we have.
Yeah.
Future,
and
in the secondary, present.
If. Present.
Conjunction. Союз у нас будет уже не
if.
When, after, if.
Yes, and just if.
For example, я куплю машину, если найду лучшую работу.
I'll buy a new car if I find a better job.
So here we have just probability, вероятность. 50, we don't know. Если мы говорим when, as soon as, it's for sure, right?
Yes.
And here we don't know, 50-50. And conditional 2?
Conditional 2, it is
what is the formula?
And in real and in the main clause we use would.
In the main clause we use would, то есть вы понижаете чуть, да? Would, and in secondary clause
we use if plus past simple.
То есть мы уже здесь мечтаем. Если бы, да? А не если просто. Если бы нашел лучшую работу, я бы купил машину. Но это невозможно.
If I found a new car or a new job, I would buy a new car.
Можно взять и спряточное предложение. If представим запятую. We put a comma here, right? So it doesn't matter how we start a sentence, remember? На твоем месте я был более активным, как сказать.
If I were you, I would more active.
А что пропустили? I would.
If I were you, I would more active.
Would что?
I would be, sorry.
Добавка short form.
I'd be more active.
Будешь ли ты более активным, если я куплю тебе машину?
Would you more?
What is this? Conditional 1 or conditional 2? First, you have to think.
Yes, sorry, it is.
Что я спросил?
Condition number 1.
So
will you more? Will you be more active if I buy you a car, a new car?
А теперь понизим conditional 2. Был ли бы ты более активным, если бы я купил бы тебе?
Would you be more active if I bought you a new car?
Конечно, я буду более активным, если ты попросишь меня.
Of course, I will be more active if you ask me.
Okay. What is unless?
Unless it is the same. Unless has the same meaning like if not.
Very good. Could you give me some example? Я буду счастлив, если она не придет.
I'll be happy unless she come.
After he sheet, what do we use?
Comes.
Very good. And now make it with if. Я буду более счастлив, если она не придет.
I'll be happy if she doesn't come.
If she doesn't come. Yeah, so we choose what to use. And now I will dictate you some different sentences, and you have first to think about what the rule is. Conditional 1, conditional 2 or future time clauses. Then you think about formula, and only then you translate, okay? Deal?
How many time I have to think?
You have to think fast, but you have to detect. Нужно определить, а потом уже переводить, okay? Very fast, like a computer. Deal?
Yeah, first computer.
Good. На твоем месте я бы не спорил.
If I were you, I won't.
Вот вы сказали, if I were you, значит,
I wouldn't. If I were you, I would. If I were you, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Just a second.
Argue.
Argue.
Repeat.
If I were you, I wouldn't argue. Argue, or I wouldn't bet. Yeah?
I wouldn't fight with you, for example.
I wouldn't fight with
Не буду
you.
ссориться вообще с тобой. The question. Пойдем ли в лес, если будет хорошая погода? So what is it then?
Will we go to forest if the
To the woods.
will we go to the woods if the weather is good.
Что бы ты сделал, если бы у тебя не было денег?
What would you do? Or what would you make?
What would you do? В общем, сделал, а не создал.
What would you do if you didn't have money?
Right. So what is this?
Uh,
Conditional. Very good. А куда мы пойдем после того, как ты придешь с работы?
Where will we go after you come back from work?
Very good. Very good. It is?
It is future time clauses.
Very good. Right, so we continue. Ты сможешь ей помочь, если она заболеет?
Could you help her if she gets ill?
Gets. Ну, мы используем can future. Will you be
Possible?
able? Will you be able? Could you? Ну, could тут подходит. Better to say will you be able? Repeat.
Will you be able to help her if she gets sick?
А если бы она заболела завтра? Будешь паниковать?
It can be a real situation too.
Но как я спросил? Если бы...
If she got sick tomorrow, would you help her?
Ты будешь паниковать? Ты бы паниковал?
Yeah.
Would you
panic? Would you panic?
Нет, ответ нет.
No, I wouldn't.
Very good. А что мне делать, если завтра пойдет дождь?
What should I do if it rains tomorrow?
Make it conditional too.
What should I do if it was rain tomorrow?
Possible. If it
was.
Не надо was.
If it rained tomorrow.
Translate into Russian.
Что мне следует делать, если завтра пойдет дождь?
Это был бы conditional one. А нужно помечать. It's in real. Сейчас зима.
Что бы мне пришлось сделать, если бы завтра пошел дождь?
На твоем месте я бы не волновался.
If I were you, I wouldn't be worried.
I wouldn't worry.
I wouldn't worry.
So if I were you, I wouldn't worry about conditionals if you follow all the rules here. Okay?
Okay.
First you detect, and you remember the formula, and then you translate. Okay? You have to think for a second. All right?
Yes.
Great. Good work. Good revision.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.